Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I guess I'll wait for a couple of people to get on here. I never go live. I feel like I'm talking to myself until somebody signs on. Ain't nobody watching. Hey, girl, Ashley. I literally never go live. This is crazy. And I'm super late. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just go ahead and start because I really don't want to hold y'all. And whoever jumps on here in the meantime, y'all just say hey and keep it moving. Hey, y'all. Okay, I'm about to go ahead and start because I'm already late and I don't want to hold y'all too long. Here we go. So, a recap for everybody. So, first of all, hey guys, I'm Imani. We are currently doing the August 8x8 challenge. This is an 8-day journaling activity that I designed for myself a couple years ago, and I've just been wanting to share these kinds of things. I don't believe that I learn anything with the intentions of keeping it to myself. Hey Theo. So I want to share this information with y'all, and a few of you guys have expressed that journaling helps you and that you would love to do some pointed exercises or whatever. So that's what we're gonna do. Today is day 1 of the process. We're doing it 8 days in the 8th month because the number 8 is the number for new beginnings. Some people have asked me what that means, and that is just in numerology, the number 7 is the number of completion. So when you hit 8, you're beginning brand new. So we're gonna get a fresh start through some of this journaling, and it's gonna take us into the second part of the year. A couple of disclaimers. I am not a counselor. These journaling exercises are just things that I'm sorry, my dog is tripping. Hey, Diggy. These journaling exercises are just things that I designed for myself to help me reflect and do some introspection and like learn more things about myself. But I'm not a counselor. So if y'all need a counselor, please go get you one. And maybe you can combine some of the things that we're talking about here with some of the things that your counselor has advised you to do. Let's get into it. The first thing that I do before I journal, and you don't have to do this, I put it in the highlight that I will be centering my faith, but you don't have to center my faith. You can center whatever you want to center. You can pray, you can do your crystals, light your Palo Santo, whatever. I don't know. Do whatever y'all want to do to get your spirit ready to journal, because we are going to be doing some reflection, and reflection is a little difficult sometimes. So I always ask God to bless the reflection, to reveal whatever it is that I need to know that's going to help me be a better person, and to keep showing up, you know? So, since we're doing exercises, I call that my stretching. That's my stretching period. Saying my prayer or whatever. So once you've done that, we go right into the exercise. And today's exercise is listing our wins. And we're doing this because we're talking about moving forward and starting over fresh. So before you can start something new, I believe it's important to look back at what's already happened. So before we start a new 6 months, we need to look back at what has already happened in the past 6 months, and we're going to start by being proud of ourselves. It sounds so corny sometimes. It sounds very like, oh, pat yourself on the back. But everybody, I think, needs to do that. And especially people, if you're like me, if I need to slow down, tell me. But if you're like me and you have a problem sometimes looking at your accomplishments in relation to what you haven't accomplished yet, telling yourself that you're proud of yourself is a really big deal. Because when I do this journaling exercise, it's sometimes really hard for me to even find something to say good job to myself about. I'm not even gonna lie, when I did the journaling exercise this morning, it took me a few minutes to think of something for me to be like, oh, good job, Imani, about. So if you're like me and you sometimes have trouble congratulating yourself, this part of the exercise is very important. it's also important that you don't compare. When you're listing the things that you're proud of, do not go, I'm really proud of this thing, but I wish I could do this other thing better. That's not what this part of the exercise is for. It's just about what you are proud of, okay? Only the wins. We're only talking about the wins here. You don't need to feel guilty about what you haven't done yet, what you haven't accomplished yet. That's not what we're doing in this section, all right? So, I split mine into my inner and outer accomplishments. And I got my whiteboard here because I don't think you can read my handwriting on regular paper. So I do my outer accomplishments or outer wins and my inner wins. And I just split them into like a list like this. And it's probably backwards because I'm on my front camera. But like your outer wins are things like your career goals. What have you accomplished at work? What have you accomplished at school? Maybe in your home life, if you're a parent, what kinds of wins have you had in parenting? Have you successfully sleep trained your baby? Have you, oh, thank you, Theo. I look crazy, actually. I look like a raccoon in this lighting. But whatever. So whether it's career goals, whether it's steps toward some of your passions, whatever it is, small wins count. If you woke up for work every day on time for a month, that is a win. Count that as a win. I am terrible at that. So, like, whatever it is that you're proud of, feel free to put something that you're proud of in the comment box or whatever. Y'all talk back to me. I don't like talking to myself. Yes. Good job, Mom. Well, not my actual mom. Good job, line sister. And you are a bomb mom, like a really good mom. I don't know if I've ever said that to you before, but I absolutely love watching you interact with your children. I think it's beautiful. You're a wonderful mom and a great wife. So if you have not written that down yet, write that down as one of your wins. Now, once you've done your outer wins, about things that you've accomplished and that you're proud of, also add your inner wins as far as what kind of person you were able to be in the last 6 months. If you have been working on your patience and you succeeded in a couple of situations, write that down. If you have been working on your anger management and you didn't go off on somebody at work when you really could have or should have or when you normally would have, write that down too. If you have been doing better at your prayer or having quiet time or reading or whatever it is that you did well in this first 6 months. Oh, thank you, PIC. I love you so much. Yeah, whatever you've done well in this first 6 months, write those down. And then also tell yourself why those things are important to you. Why was sleep training your baby a win? Why is that a win? Why does it make you feel good to have gotten to work on time for a week or whatever? Anger management and thinking before speaking. Yes, I helped my job move through 400,000 units of discontinued inventory, saving them a ton of money. Girl, come do my spring cleaning. Help me move through some units so I can save some money, okay? But that's really exciting. And thinking before you speak is a really big deal too, because a lot of people don't do that, and it can save you a lot of trouble just thinking about what you're gonna say. So good job, Ashley. Good job, Diggy. Hey, Bola. I'm sorry, y'all. My dog is always doing something. Literally always doing something. And it's always when I jump on the internet. I could be recording a YouTube video and he just has to be tearing up something. But we're almost to the end of this. Once you have done all of your wins and you've told yourself why those things are important, thank yourself. Say I'm corny, y'all, but this helps me. Dear self or dear God, when I'm writing in my journal, I'm really proud of you for doing this, or dear God, I'm really grateful for you being faithful to me through this process of trying to be a better person. I thank you that I was able to accomplish X, Y, and Z. Thank yourself for sticking to the process. Hey, Kayla. Thank you for sharing this challenge. I appreciate that. But yeah, run through your accomplishments. So we've done running through our accomplishments, our outer and inner accomplishments. We've done listing why those things are important to you. And now we're talking about thanking ourselves and congratulating ourselves. So we're saying, dear self, thank you for committing to this goal that we set for ourselves in the first 6 months of the year. Thank you for not giving up on yourself when you were really, really frustrated that one time. Thank you for keeping an open heart and an open mind during this process so that we could improve. Thank you for trying really hard. Thank yourself for those things, because you did that, okay? You did that. Those things that are important to you, are important that you accomplish the goals that you set for yourself. You did those, and you did them with the help of God or your higher power or whatever kinds of motivation that you use. You did those. That's something that you accomplished, and you have every right to feel proud of that. So make sure that you are telling yourself thank you and telling God thank you for the process of that. Let's see, what else? I think that's it for this one. After you have done all of that, thanks, Bola. Hey, Rach. Dang, now everybody wants to get on when I'm wrapping up. Are there any questions? Because I know a couple people texted me some questions about how to go about journaling, because they don't necessarily journal all the time, or they haven't done pointed exercises when they journal. Does anybody have any questions? Can we recap again? Sure, I'll recap again for you. Let me write them on my board so I can feel like I'm doing something. Hold on. Okay, so we're on day 1 of our 8x8 exercises. I'm going to recap everything. When you start your journaling process, well, first of all, we're doing this because 8 is the number of new beginnings. We are starting afresh. We're giving ourselves a fresh start, and we're giving ourselves permission to start over fresh. We already finished the first 6 months of the year. We're about to enter the second 6 months, and we want to do it with new energy. Love you too, India girl. You know I'm crazy. We want to do it with new energy, with new goals, with new passion. So we're about to recharge ourselves, and we're starting with some evaluation of how we've done already. And a lot of the times, I'm sorry, y'all. My phone battery is done. When we evaluate, we start with what we could have done better, and we don't need to do that. We need to start with the things that we did well. We need to start by saying, good job, self, or thank you, Jesus, for helping me with these things that I was able to do well. So we started by listing our accomplishments. Hey, what's poppin'? Leimani in the house. That was so corny. Oh my God. Anyway, start with what was important for you to accomplish, and say to yourself, good job for these things. Small things, big things. We split our list into outer and inner accomplishments. Outer accomplishments are things that you did on the outside, things that you did for other people, things that you did at work, things that you did in your interactions with other people. Those are your outer accomplishments. Then you bust it over to the inner accomplishments. Those are things that you told yourself earlier in the year, or maybe years ago, that you wanted to improve on the inside, whether that's working on your patience, your anger management, your, like Ashley said, thinking before you speak, conflict resolution skills. That's a really big one for me. Whether you wanted to work on how well you communicate with others. Okay. Matter of fact, a lot of y'all are supposed to be in Bible study, and I know which one of y'all are supposed to be in Bible study, so I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. But yeah, we're talking about all the things that you wanted to accomplish on the inside, the goals that you set for yourself. That whatever you were able to do well, you need to say that. And it's important. This is a very important thing, y'all, because a lot of us deal with this. Do not compare. When you're doing this exercise, do not say, I did really well on my anger management, but I could do a lot better on my patience. We're not doing that in this exercise. That will come later. We're not talking about where we need to improve. Right now, we're just saying what we did well. We're saying to ourselves, good job on these things. And you don't have to feel bad for doing that. And I don't know what that is, but some of us have, including myself, have some anxiety around that, around saying good job to yourself when there are still, this lighting is weird, when there are still things that you haven't done or that you need to do better, or still, yes, pat yourself on the back. There needs to be a pat on the back emoji. When there are still things you haven't accomplished, especially if you like me and you make lists, if there's a list of 35 things and I was only able to accomplish like 10 of them, I'd be like, oh my God, without even saying to myself, good job on those 10 things that you did. I'm already like, oh my God, it's 25 things that I wasn't able to do. The first half of the year sucked. I'm horrible. I need to do better. So that's not what we are here for on this exercise. We'll get to improvements later. So in order to move forward and give ourselves a fresh start, we're looking back on the first part of the year, focusing on our wins and what you did well on the outside and the inside. Now that's the first part of the recap. After we did that, we are thanking ourselves, we're telling ourselves why that's important to us. Whatever those goals were that you accomplished, we're asking ourselves, why is it important that I accomplish this? And that will tell us how we feel about those things. Why was it important that you successfully did that thing at your job? And it's because it makes you feel validated to have successfully completed a task at work. And that is perfectly fine. You should feel validated because you did that. So we're listing our outer and inner accomplishments, and we're asking ourselves why. We're saying, why is this important to you? And after you've done the why, hey Bianca, hey Walter, after we ask why, then we get a chance to thank ourselves. Because again, you did this. This is a thing that these things that you're listing that you accomplished, you need to tell yourself thank you, because they required a level of commitment. So you need to feel good about saying to yourself, we set this goal for ourselves, like you're saying, like, dear self. And I said earlier that I'm corny. So I write things in my journal like, dear self, thank you so much for being committed to this goal. We said that this was important to us and we did it. And I thank you for your diligence. I thank you for, staying on top of it, because we're actually progressing in life or whatever. So you thank yourself, and then if you are a believer of anything, you thank your God. You say, thank you, God, for being faithful to me through this process. Thank you for, allowing me the chance to improve, and whatever opportunities I was able to get as a result of me doing better at these things, I thank you for that. Find whatever it is that you need to thank God for. You thank God in that space. And then you're able to close it out. And you close it out the way you started. We started by stretching, because this isn't an exercise, it's a journaling exercise. You stretch before you exercise. You warm up. So you pray before you pray before you do these exercises, or meditate, or whatever it is that you want to do, because that's your stretching. And when you're done exercising, you do a cool down. So that's another prayer or another meditation, and you can close your journal for the day. That is day 1. That is our first journaling exercise of our August 8x8 challenge. We're doing 8 days of this type of stuff. We're looking inside, we're reflecting, because 8 is the number of new beginnings, and we want a fresh start for the next 6 months. And I feel like each month is a time, each month, each day, each week, each time that you get another set of a particular rotation of time, you're getting a fresh start. And so you want to look at it with fresh eyes. And so this is our 8 days of wanting to look into this next 6 months with fresh eyes, with an open heart, with an open mind. And we started with our wins. So I hope everybody is feeling like a winner today, because y'all did that, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Whatever it is that you are proud of, I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of me. Tino, do you want to come say hi? No, he does not, but I'm proud of you too, Tino. Thank y'all so much for joining me. This was fun. And I mean, I could really do these every day for the next 8 days, so we can discuss our journal entries. Hey, is it Doll? Yes, Bianca, get you a journal, honey. We can do these every day. This is short. I didn't want it to be a super long journal entry. I just wanted, some people were texting or like asking for direction, And so I just want to put the directions out there for everybody so you can look at them whenever you want. And I'm going to put everything in a highlight. Hopefully I'm going to also upload this video to YouTube. I think I can do that. So yeah, so everybody can revisit whatever it is that you needed from these exercises. And you don't have to just do these in the month of August. Yes. Bola, I promise it will change your life to be able to just reflect. You want to come up here and talk to the people? To be able to reflect. And I always do it through writing because that's my gift. Writing is my gift. So, we're going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And there will be another post up tomorrow with a different exercise. And I guess I'll come on here again tomorrow and we can talk through the exercise. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Tino, say bye-bye. Okay. Ew. Okay, guys. I love y'all, and I really, really, really appreciate y'all joining me. We out.